Alrighty, hello. I know it's been a while since you heard my voice, since like the last time I made a video with my voice. So in today's video, while you're seeing Halo Infinite of the old gameplay demo back from July, I want to bring up a subject that I've been hearing lately still. Mainly with one factor issue, and then one of like people's negativities towards Halo Infinite success, to my opinion. So one of the things I'm going to bring up is one of the people's complaints saying, actually a good amount of people saying they want 343 to drop the support for Xbox One. And honestly, the people that says this are kind of retarded. So pardon my French, and to people, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but they just want to be so selfish and want to have 343 work on a new console to where, try to ship this game. And honestly, I kind of like this idea because, like, if you all recall, back when the Xbox Series X and S was coming out, you remember how many people was announcing saying they were getting delayed to like where it was longer, and then like they ended up getting their orders canceled or whatever for pre-ordering the thing, and then how fast they kept getting sold out of stock. Like, honestly, you guys that are saying, and girls, or whoever, bisexuals, whatever, transsexuals, whatever the word is, I can't figure it out now, for that third type of sexual, apparently. People that can't identify themselves as male or female, or she-male, whatever. To what you guys are saying is you're asking 343 to take off support for Xbox Ones. And honestly, 343 just stuck to their guns and said, no, we are not dropping it. We are still keeping with this plan, and which this is really good. This is really super good. Because when the hell are we going to have a full stock of, Xbox Series X and a full stock of the Xbox Series S? Huh? When are we going to get a full stock of that? We're not going to get a full stock of it until probably midway 2021. Which this is when flightings are going to be probably more likely happening around the beginning of 2021. Why do you think on this whole version here, you're seeing like, it's like low down type graphics, which, like one of the channels, like Sensei said, is like, Sensei something said, it could be for, giving off the showcasing of like, what Halo Infinite could be on the Xbox One, which I don't mind. I don't mind that. But now to another subject, though. Like, I'm going to move away from that subject for right now. Then there's, but I will come back to it in a little bit, probably. But now, this subject here, I am kind of going to say is, people are so scared and negative about Halo Infinite and still judging it, saying it's going to be a shitty game, this and that, because of, the downfall of Cyberpunk's release, where a lot of people was hyped for that game to be the game of the year of 2020. Actually, a friend told me that they were actually hoping it would be a game of year 2020, especially the way they were advertising, and especially the way I saw it, how it looked, of trailer-wise. I was like, oh man, it looks like a good game. Then I got into the temptation to spend $60-some, which I did get that back. I bought it digitally. I got it back with a nice, good, valid statement on it, and which now I played like probably an hour of the game, if not maybe an hour and 30 minutes. Let's just say, this game, though, it just felt like it was half-baked, even though I was playing on the Xbox One, so I was expecting, downgraded graphics, but not to where I was hearing, like, a lot of issues were happening with the game, to, like, there was random crashes happening, there was tons of glitches that was happening, like, both visually and such, to where it just didn't run like a smooth game. Things wasn't rendering in quickly enough, whatever. And I played it. I was thinking about not downloading, but it's like recording like 10-minute bits of like gameplay wise of it and showing me of like what I thought of it and then this and that. Here's my personal experience. The game felt, it was, like I said, half done. It was half baked, and it just felt unsatisfying. It just felt unsatisfying. You got overwhelmed immediately at start, and to where like, and then they copied like a Deus Ex, Human Revolution, Mankind Divided, whatever the game was. It was one of the two there, of inventory spaces, Then they copy, like, there's many things to copy those other games. I'm not gonna remember right off the bat, but otherwise, it just felt like it was all over the place, right off the bat, and and then the driving sucked. Like, the handling was just all over the place. I couldn't even drive straight, nor could make a nice perfect turn while it's spinning out, which Halo 5 had this incentive. I fucking hate it when I just turn nice and soft to where I somehow fully spinned out. Now, here's what a lot of people are saying with this negativity. Their fear of Halo Infinite to be success-wise is that it's not going to look great. Like, we already know on Xbox One we're going to get downgraded graphics anyways, and I don't mind that as long as gameplay and story was good. But here's the thing that people are complaining about. Here's what I noticed. Cyberpunk didn't have a full beta, didn't even have a beta or any type of testing for all the players, because it was Project Red's first game, that they made. They didn't do no testings for actual players to come into play. They had reviewers, yes, like IGN and such. They had them in there to test the game on a certain build, but they didn't want to send it out to other people to test this. Now, here's where I'm seeing this problem here. You all negative to you about that? Well, look at the people that was so negative about Halo MCC when it first came out. Guess what? A lot of change has happened since 2014, since the start of last December. And look to where it got to now. I actually show you up some good flighting videos I had. Here's one of the footages I have done back when I was in the flighting program for Halo 4. I don't have any footages from Halo 3's flighting. I have footages that I have shared on Halo 4's flighting program. Look at all the changes we have come up to Season 4, which was released last month of November. Look at how much stuff we got into this because of these flighting programs that has started helping with Halo MCC. Like, if you don't believe these parts here of what I'm showing here, that was my old gameplay footage, and I can confirm that is my gamer tag. And because if you go to all my other videos, you'll see that same gamer tag, which is literally Uncle's. How long do you think I've been praying that MCC would have, and I wasn't recording or anything. There's a lot of times I wished, MCC gave us back the OG options. You ask, you shall receive. After a good amount of times, this was one of the key features of player customization. Especially how they're doing it now with Seasons, even though it's coming to a big game to be 125 gigabytes because of adding these features in. There's another feature they added in, which I'll gladly show you off in a good couple minutes after I ramble about this. But Infinite's gonna have flighting, and I don't know if you all been seeing Halo Waypoint posts or anything. You all want to look up fake info though. It's like, why would you go fall for a dumbass info that is not even confirmed, unless it's a really trusted source that has been right about everything so far, from ever since the beginning of Halo. There's an insider I always look at for GTA content to see what the hell is the new this and that, and that was for GTA content. I went off a Twitter account to see named TezFunds2. There used to be a leaker that was really well known in GTA's community named Yan225. He gave us leaks every time about a DLC would drop, and all those DLCs he gave out were right. And guess what? You guys want to look up information that's so false? You're kind of dumb in the head then. You want to say, oh, this is dropping support. How do you know they're dropping support? How? They didn't confirm it just now. They confirmed it after they announced the delay, the very initial delay, by Chrisley himself, saying, this was confirmed on Twitter by Unishack, saying that there was no plans in 2021 to remove this support at all. And because it was all because of a rumor. Now, we'll show you off another gameplay piece that I have done of showing off wise of what made MCC starting to be so good. Here's when I was recording as well. The same day I recorded the armor pieces, I recorded the forging in the flight program. This is where a lot of new stuff that came in with these flightings happened, and they were really goddamn good. And you don't believe this? Go get MCC, boot it up. I bet you go play Halo Reach. If you are a big fan of the 360 Reach and doing forging, you might see some changes on two maps, being Tempest and Forge World, where there's new stuff, new content in there, making forging and such, and people doing custom games, more options. And this is all due to the fact that's being an MCC because of the flighting program. This is how the stage we are in so well. And PC actually has a few tricks up their sleeves, like, guess what they can do? I'm jealous PC has this only. And I hope it comes to consoles, because it's actually really helpful when you're in a PvP match. And that's having your crosshair change from lowered to centered. And what that does is it brings it back like if it was a CE style game, where your gun was lowered a little from your screen so you had more view. But with you all bitching and saying, moaning and groaning and throwing out false information saying Halo Infinite will not have flighting, or actually better term word, saying that Halo Infinite will not have betas, you guys are dead wrong, and you guys are under a rock then, and not looking up an actual information guide. Because Halo Infinite will have flights, which is like betas. How do you think MCC has gotten to these stages so far now? To where we got a lot of customization options, we got this and that, we got new content that's taking up a lot of gigabytes though. Like, it's up to like now 126 gigabytes, yet it's a worth to play game because of how much fun is in that game, how much ideas are in there that has tripled it from the OG days. Like, people has actually gone out of the way to make a new DayZ map in Halo Reach, which is pretty amazing. I don't like DayZ, but it's pretty amazing. But otherwise, just don't start judging through the game when it's not even out yet. Alright? We got a whole year to do flighting. Alright? We'll see you at the release date in fall.
Hunted, defeated by me. I wish I could tell you it was difficult, but it wasn't. We are one step ahead, always. The ring is already under our control. Soon, the auditorium as well. The Harbinger and the Banished share the same goal. We fight together to honor the will of Atriarchs. But without challenge, I grew weary, lost, alone. But here you now stand. This is my last fight. A true test of legends. Our story will outlive us both. Set a fire in your heart, Spartan. Bare your fangs. Fight hard.